Hello and welcome back to a brand new Round 2 Wrestling here on the 6th of July 2023. We have foregone with the formalities and music because this is an information-packed podcast, just like it always is, and we are going to announce the return of a fan and producer favorite, Did You Know Wrestling Facts, at the end of this podcast. We celebrated the 4th a few days ago, that's why there was a delay in releasing this particular podcast. But enough of the news, let's jump over to something that is a bit more head scratcher, what if, who knows, maybe, you never know. This is the Pro Wrestling Rumor Mill. Alright, Fightful Select notes Judgment Day is beloved backstage at WWE, and everyone is incredibly happy with the progress of the group as a whole. An update on Jerry Lawler's recovery from a stroke earlier this year, saying it's still hard for the King to finish sentences, but he's much better than when I talked to him about 3 weeks ago. End quote. QTV's Harley Cameron has a full-time deal with AEW, according to Fightful Select. A little bit of a pause for those of you who don't watch AEW. Harley Cameron is an Australian manager, I guess you could say, at this point in time, and she's been on AEW TV a lot lately. I'm not complaining, she's a very pretty woman. However, let's see where this goes, because she has shown no ability to wrestle, at least to this point. Gable Stevenson is, quote, picking things up at the WWE Performance Center and is, quote, going to be better than a lot of people originally thought, according to Dave Meltzer on Wrestling Observer Radio. Observer Radio's Brian Alvarez, Adam Cole became sick and began vomiting after flying into Toronto from a Comic-Con appearance last weekend. Britt Baker experienced similar symptoms last week, leading to her Dynamite match being postponed, which took place last night against Ruby Soho. On a recent House of Wrestling podcast, Conan guaranteed he's going to bring a Lucha Libre show to a major U.S. network within the next 2 years. AEW has filed a trademark. AEW Rise to the Top. The filing suggests the term is related to a downloadable video game. On Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer said the plan right now is still for Roman Reigns to take on Cody Rhodes in a rematch at WrestleMania 40 in Philadelphia. That's a big rumor. Whether or not that comes to light, we here on Round 2 Wrestling have a favorite saying, only time will tell. A shortened rumor mill section this week, and we have a shortened pro wrestling news section this week. So let's jump right over to round 2 and talk about things that are a bit more actual factual. This is pro wrestling news. PW Insider reports AEW's Battle of the Belts 7 is scheduled for Saturday, July 15th at 10 p.m. Eastern, immediately following Collision on TNT. The special will air in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Former AEW TBS champion Jade Cargill finally broke her silence following her title loss at AEW's Double or Nothing pay-per-view a couple months back. Jade Cargill tweeted on Sunday that she has enjoyed being out of the wrestling bubble and that she might stay there. When asked by a fan on social media if she'd be returning soon, her answer was a flat-out no. AEW's first video game, Fight Forever, has been released to the public with mixed reviews. However, it seems AEW and THQ aren't done with Fight Forever yet. Kenny Omega confirms a very special edition coming soon to the video game during an interview with Uproxx, where he confirmed that the Stadium Stampede match will be added to Fight Forever at some point in the near future. Impact Wrestling announces an injury to one of its wrestlers. A new report from PW Insider confirms that Steve Maclin is legitimately injured, an event that took place during his Impact World title match against Alex Shelley. There's no word yet on injury specifics or how long Maclin might be out of action. WWE wrestler Austin Theory sets a new milestone and passes a former world champion. Theory has now held the WWE United States Championship longer than anyone in WWE history, passing the previous holder and current AEW wrestler Jon Moxley, aka Dean Ambrose. Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful pointed out that Theory's reign is 351 days and counting. A wrestler is back from the dead. Jeff Gann, better known during his WCW days as The Gambler, responded to rumors of his death that circulated last month. He also appeared on Chris Jericho's Talk is Jericho podcast to clarify the situation. Gann said, quote, "To my knowledge, there was a gentleman by the name of Russell Stallings that was also using the name Gambler. He's the one that passed away. A sad thing, but not me." End quote. The rumor started when AEW wrestler Chris Jericho mistakenly tweeted a tribute video after hearing about the Gambler's false passing. WWE superstar John Cena stirring things up politically in England. Cena teased the idea of WrestleMania coming to London in the near future at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view this past weekend. A group of British MPs, and that's members of Parliament, particularly Alex Davies-Jones, who is the Labour MP for Pontypridd and the co-chair of the All-Party Parliamentary Group, or APPG, on wrestling, spoke about wrestling having a, quote, great resurgence in the United Kingdom. Quote, "Whatever we can do to make the UK attractive to host wrestling on the world stage, we are more than happy to help facilitate." End quote. And this was spoken by Jones herself. AEW signs a new TV deal. AEW announced that the promotion has signed a TV deal with VIX in Latin America and the Caribbean. VIX, the world's leading Spanish-language streaming service owned by Televisa Univision, will bring AEW premier matches and entertainment exclusively to VIX subscribers in Mexico, as well as countries in Latin America and the Caribbean. Enough of pro wrestling news. We had a pay-per-view take place this past weekend. WWE's Money in the Bank pay-per-view took place. We have the announcements for who won the Money in the Bank matches, plus several other promotions across the world had title matches also. And we here on Round 2 Wrestling scoured the web and have those exclusive results for you, the fan. So without further delay, this is Round 3 and our title matches. Warning: this particular segment may contain spoilers. Listen, but with caution. AEW World Champion MJF defeated Ethan Page to retain the AEW World Championship. AEW TBS Champion Chris Statlander defeated Lady Frost to retain the AEW TBS Championship. Impact Digital Media Champion Joe Hendry defeated Eddie Edwards to retain the Impact Digital Championship. Impact X Division Champion Chris Sabin defeated Frankie Kazarian and Robbie Eagles to retain the Impact X Division Championship. Impact Knockouts World Champion Deonna Purrazzo defeated Stephanie DeLander to retain the Impact Knockouts Championship. Impact World Champion Alex Shelley defeated Steve Macklin to retain the Impact World Championship. Undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens defeated Pretty Deadly to retain the undisputed WWE Tag Team titles. WWE Women's Champion Asuka wrestled Charlotte Flair to a no-contest decision. Asuka retains the WWE Women's Championship. Ring of Honor World Champion Claudio Castagnoli defeated Commander to retain the Ring of Honor World Championship. Volador Jr. defeated NWA World Historic Welterweight Champion Rocky Romero to become the new NWA World Historic Welterweight Champion. Damian Priest wins the men's WWE Money in the Bank match, securing a title match later on. Io Sky wins the women's WWE Money in the Bank match, also securing a title match later on. Liv Morgan and Raquel Gonzalez defeated the undisputed WWE Women's Tag Team Champions Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler to become the new Women's Undisputed Tag Team Champions. WWE Intercontinental Champion Gunther defeated Matt Riddle to retain the WWE Intercontinental Championship. WWE World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins defeated Finn Balor to retain the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. WWE Women's World Champion Rhea Ripley defeated Natalya to retain the WWE Women's World Championship. Bullet Club War Dogs defeated New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong Openweight Tag Team Champions Bishamon to become the new New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong Openweight Tag Team Champions. Bullet Club War Dogs also defeated IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions Catch-22 to become the new IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions. IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions Bullet Club War Dogs defeated Chaos to retain the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championships. Guela defeated New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong Women's Champion Willow Nightingale to become the new New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong Women's Champion. Bishamon defeated IWGP Tag Team Champions Bullet Club War Dogs to become the new IWGP Tag Team Champions. New Japan had a 2-day event, that's why you're hearing several of these titles twice. Eddie Kingston defeated New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong Openweight Champion Kenta to become the new New Japan Strong Openweight Champion. Congratulations to Eddie Kingston. It has been a long time coming. We are at the end of Round 2 Wrestling. We are going to conclude this podcast with a fan and producer favorite. Did you know? Did you know are little bits of information and facts about the wrestling world that you may or may not have known about. You gotta love the bell. Did you know the Headbanger's gimmick was created by Jim Cornette after he attended a Marilyn Manson concert? Did you know the name of Sami Zayn's Hell of a Kick came from him reading and mispronouncing an article in a WCW magazine? Did you know Pam Martinez chose the name and spelling of her WWE ring name Bayley as a homage to her roots living in the Bay Area in California? Did you know before his wrestling career started, John Layfield, JBL in WWE circles, played offensive tackle for the San Antonio Riders of the World League of American Football? He protected quarterback and future NFL head coach and current analyst Jason Garrett. Did you know pro wrestler turned Hollywood actor Pat the Bomber Roach is the only person besides Harrison Ford to star in all 3 of the original Indiana Jones movies? And did you know the movie Nacho Libre starring Jack Black was based on the true story of priest/luchador Fray Tormenta, who wrestled to make money to run an orphanage in Mexico? Tormenta never received any royalties from the making of that film. Alright, that is the conclusion of Round 2 Wrestling. I am your host, SlimmDa KID, and once again, I want to thank you for tuning into this brand new podcast. Be sure to tune in next week when I bring you more news, more rumors, and more results from the world of professional wrestling. Round 2 Wrestling is brought to you by SlimmDa KID and Spreaker.com.